Next on, please tell me why I have to do this. Why did you reset my SP without telling me? Why? Hey guys, what's up? It's Crod9 here with a Shadower skill build. So I'm here at Monster Park so I could show you guys the skills as I'm talking about them. So we're gonna hit up first job at the beginning. Now, I would highly suggest you get a couple of points into double stab. You do not need to max this out right away. Maybe 2 to 3 points would be good enough. You don't need a lot more. So, stop at 1, 2, 3, not a lot. Then max out haste right away. The reason why I would say max out haste is because having a higher mobility will increase your kill ratio, in my opinion. That way you're walking less and killing more. Even though you might think you're only walking a little bit, in the long run, it will save you some time. So, here's double stab, just to show you guys. And the reason why I'm hitting 4 hits is because I'm using Shadow Partner. So, don't mind that. So, when you max out haste, then you go ahead and max out double stab, just so you can get the kills done faster. Then it doesn't matter what order you go in, Dark Sight, Nimble Body, and just have 4 on Lucky 7. Sadly, I don't have a claw, so I can't show you Lucky 7, but regardless, you will not be using this, so do not worry. Nimble Body just gives you avoidability and accuracy, which is nice, but you're not exactly going to need it early on, just because you're not going to get hit that often. Damage isn't a priority, defense isn't a priority that early on. And Dark Sight you're going to need later on, but for now, not that useful. So, you're gonna get second job advancement. You're gonna want to max out right at the start flash jump. The reason why is because it's only gonna cost you 2 levels, and you're probably going to be still training at CDs, or you're going to be training somewhere with a condensed spawn, so you could still live with double stab. However, if you want to get into killing mobs right away, you don't want to kill 1 monster per hit, get steal. Before I would recommend, normally I would recommend you maxing out steal. Oh, I'm getting hit. Hold on, I need my freaking buffs. Before I would normally advise you to max out steal, because Savage Blow, although it's nice, here I'll show you what Savage Blow is. Although that's nice, it does get replaced with Midnight Carnival, which is this, and I don't think I've ever used, what do you call it? I don't think I've ever ended up using Savage Blow. So do not fret on that. I'm just killing out a few of these enemies just to make it a bit easier. Yeah, I'll just leave those 2. They're probably gonna die. Actually, that one, he might die though. So, anyways, I would not recommend touching Savage Blow at all. Although you might think it's really nice to deal, 6 hits right away, it's not that useful in my opinion. But, again, this is only my suggestion. So, I would recommend maxing out Steel, and not maxing out Savage Blow. Before I ended up biting, yeah, you're going to want to max out Steel. Because even though you're going to be getting a new mob skill at their job, you're going to want to deal more damage as a priority earlier on. So max out Steel just so you get damage out of the way. So now that you have Flash Jump and Steel maxed out, it depends on where you would be training now. Normally you're going to want to go with Channel Karma for the bonus 30 attack when it is maxed. This is a great skill. It's basically the equivalent to Rage, however it does not give a party buff. It's only a personal buff, so still good. But before you max out Channel Karma, max out Physical Training. It will increase your luck by 30 and it's only 5 points, so it won't eat up 10 levels or 7 levels. It will only eat up 1 level and 2 points, so it's not bad. Then Dagger Mastery, then Dagger Booster, and then Shield Mastery and Meso Guard. Because by the time you hit level 60, you're slowly going to be leaving Gestures. Gestures only do like, what, 10 to 100 damage depending on your armor. So, Meso Guard is not a necessity. However, you can go about this if you want in whatever order. So, I'm going to go with, because I think you guys want to train faster, Steel, Flash Jump, Physical Training, Channel Karma, Dagger Mastery, Dagger Booster, Meso Guard, Shield Mastery, and then finally Savage Blow will be around level 16. So that's the order I would suggest it in. Now we have third job advancement, which is Chief Bandit, and this is where it gets a slightly bit more tricky, but more interesting as well. Just gonna turn on Pickpocket here. So there is no major order here. The only thing you want to do is max out Shadow Partner, Venom, Midnight Carnival, and Phase Dash. Dark Flare, Meso Explosion, Pickpocket, Meso Mastery, Enveloping Darkness. You won't exactly be using them that often, even though Meso Mastery is a passive skill. So let's give you an order instead of telling you what each of them do, and then I'll explain what each of them do. So you're going to want to max out Shadow Partner right first on. You're going to want that bonus 70% damage per hit. It doubles whatever you're hitting, so if you're using Savage Blow, you hit 6 times, you're going to hit 6 more times at 70% the original damage. So if you hit 106 times, you're going to hit 76 times. Pretty cool. Next, you're going to want to max out Venom, just because it does there's a 30% chance to poison your enemy, and it hits 90% damage every 1 second for 6 seconds when maxed out, which is really awesome, and you might get lucky in killing the enemy by sweeping them in with only 1 damage, meaning they only have 1 health, you hit them, they die. Next, you want Phase Dash, because this is going to be your new mobbing skill. You're going to throw away steal, you're going to put in Phase Dash. It's really nice to have this when you're training at MP3. Gestures, not so much, but it's still great there. MP3 is pretty much a necessity, and aliens. You're not going to be using Midnight Carnival there or Savage Blow or Steel. You're going to be focusing on Phase Dash. Next, after you max out Phase Dash, you're going to have these 3 maxed out. Go with Enveloping Darkness, just to have 20% bonus HP and having a few elemental resistance, buffs. So it's not that bad, and it's pretty good if you want to reduce damage slightly. Then Meso Mastery, just because, why not? It's only 5 points, you're not going to be losing much. Midnight Carnival would be next, and my reason why you want to max out Midnight Carnival before these 3 is because I don't think I've ever used Meso Explosion up until I just had Pickpocket on for fun, and I just bossed for fun. I never really focused on using it, so don't focus too much on these 2. You want to keep Dark Flare at level 14 at the end, because you'll almost never use Dark Flare. It's decent, but it's not amazing. Just don't worry about Dark Flare, don't look at it, max it out last. So my order, just because I told you guys the order basically. Shadow Partner, Venom, Phase Dash, Enveloping Darkness, Meso Mastery, Midnight Carnival, Pickpocket. Well, you're going to need 3 on Meso Explosion, so just max out Meso Explosion, max out Pickpocket, and keep Dark Flare at level 14. Now I will show you guys what everything does. So, there's Haste, there's Channel Karma, and there was Meso Guard, right? That's what it's called? Meso Guard? I forgot what it's called. Yeah, Meso Guard. Next we have Booster, the 4th job skill, and Shadow Partner. So, let me go in order. Here's Pickpocket. You hit an enemy and they drop Mesos, so it's pretty cool. This is Meso Explosion. This is Meso Explosion. Boom. He didn't die, sadly. So, that's Meso Explosion. Pretty interesting, I like it, however, it is not, I don't like it. Okay, this is a 4th job skill. Because it has a giant cooldown, I'm just gonna tell you guys what it is now. It is... It is... Smokescreen. It is an amazing skill. It blocks everything, but it also blocks your enemy's attacks, so pretty cool. I was actually trying to use something else, but it ended up messing up, so my bad. I was trying to turn off... I don't have it turned off. There we go. Just want to turn off Pickpocket. This is Dark Flare, so if an enemy hits you, it ends up hitting the enemy. Again, not an amazing thing. I really wouldn't recommend it. There's no point in really using it. I just have it because I have it. So this is Phase Dash. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, get out of here. So yeah, you see, they can't attack me in Smokescreen. Whoop, Whoop. And he's dead. Yay! Alright, next skill on the agenda. Midnight Carnival. Phase dash. And Midnight Carnival. I'm not sure why I'm missing. Hold on. Just gonna increase my damage a bit. I'll explain this in a bit, don't worry. And there we go. That's Midnight Carnival. Yay! I know, so anticlimactic and kind of boring to explain Midnight Carnival. It's basically Savage Blow, but with a higher attack, so. That's really it for third job. Now, fourth job, you have a lot more leeway. You're not focused on doing much, so gonna explain it how I did it. I maxed out Boomerang Step. Boomerang Step, Shadow Instinct, Shadow Shifter, and Dagger Expert. Although you have a nice agenda of skills, these are pretty critical. You also need Toxic Venom, so personally, I would say max out Boomerang Step as soon as you can. Because you're probably going to be starting off new, you're probably not going to have the skill books yet, put Boomerang Step on level 3 to 10. That way you have a new mobbing skill that is way better than anything else. Next, you're going to want to max out Toxic Venom, just because it increases the damage Venom does, and believe me, in the end, it does end up stacking quite a bit and quite nicely. Next, you're going to want to max out Shadow Shifter. It adds avoidability. It's really amazing. You won't get hit as often. You'll save potions. You'll save up a lot of time. You won't get knocked back so much, and it's just 45%. That's a really high percentage. Shadow Instinct is next. It increases your weapon attack by 20 in addition to Channel Karma, so plus 50 attack, and it ignores 20% of enemies' defense as a passive effect, meaning you don't need it to have that 20%. Really amazing. Dagger Expert, even though I would say max it out sooner, it is very scarce to find in Chaos. I'm not sure how it is in other servers, but trust me, it was almost impossible to find in Chaos. That's why in my last few videos you guys asked why I didn't have it maxed. It's just because I could not find it anywhere, and if I did find it, it was either extremely overpriced or I just had no interest in it at the time. Then Assassinate, Smokescreen, Sudden Raid, and Maple Warrior. That's the order I would say go in. So I'm gonna show it off now. This is Boomerang Step. Here's Boomerang Step. It's really nice. I love Boomerang Step. It's one of my favorite MapleStory skills, to be honest. Ever since Shadowers came out in Maple Global, I was insanely interested in it. And you can also macro it with Midnight Carnival to do this. And trust me, it adds up to do a lot damage over a small period of time. Because Boomerang Step has a small cooldown in between it, you can shuffle in Midnight Carnival, which increases the damage by a lot. But sadly, Midnight Carnival still only attacks one enemy, so one enemy of yours will get more damage than the others. Next, we have Sudden Raid. This is Sudden Raid. How many enemies? Okay. It's a maps-based skill. It's really nice. I like it. However, it did get replaced, and I'll show you guys with what. This is Shadow Instinct. Pretty cool. Next, we have... Well, I can't show off Smokescreen in a minute, so... Okay, I can show off Assassinate. So I'm just going to buff up a little bit. Okay, that works. So, in order to do pure damage with Assassinate, you're going to need 5 of these orbs. It used to be that you would hold on to dark sights, however, that is not the case anymore. So, I'm going to show you the damage I can do. Dun da da, boom, dun da da, boom, dun da da. Boom. So my damage decrease was because the orbs ended up being used on my first shot. Second and third shots were just casual use. They did not have any cooldown, and they did not have many orbs, so damage was actually really low. And I can show off Smokescreen now because it has cooled down, so let me show it off. This is Smokescreen. My critical rate has went up by 20%, which is awesome. The enemies cannot hurt me, and yeah, here's Sudden Raid. Now I get to show off hyper skills. Woo! Passive wise, hyper dex, hyper luck, going to have hyper critical, going to have hyper health, going to have hyper magic defense, and that's about it. Hyper boomerang stab, reinforce, spread, and extra strike when I'm able to get extra strike. I'm not sure on what else because I think I'm going to have 1 or 2 points left over, so I'm going to see when I get that. Next we have Flip of the Coin, which is my favorite skill ever. It's when you use it, you can only use it when you land a critical. So you land a critical, you can use it. You land a critical, you can use it. You can use it up to 5 times, and it stacks up to 5. So when 5 is about to diminish, when the cooldown is about to, when the useful time is about to end, you can use it, and it will replace it back to 5. However, if the 5 disappears from your top right icon, then you have to do all 5 again. Oh no! So this is Flip of the Coin. Whoop. I love this skill. You can check out my hyper skill video and I'll explain it in more detail on how it works. And we have now probably one of the coolest skills in the game, in my opinion, if I do say so myself. We have what's it called? Shadow Veil? Don't want to say it wrong. Yeah, we have Shadow Veil. So, just gonna... Can I come up to you? Oh, you could... Yeah, you can. Alright, this is Shadow Veil, guys. Kill everything for me, please. So, Shadow Veil is what replaced Sudden Raid in my opinion. Sudden Raid is almost useless now because of it. It still has its uses, but not as much. And oh my god, what is this? I have not seen this item before, in all honesty I have not. So, let's find out. Yay, extra tidbit in the video. It looks like a capsule. Oh, fuck. Looks like a capsule. I wonder what it is. Hey, it's a Whiteout Mountain Warp. What the fuck is this? Oh, it's probably for the freaking dice quest. Boo! Anyways, guys, thank you for watching my skill build. I'll have it in the description. However, it won't be detailed. It'll just be like, okay, this is what you max out, this is what you don't max out. Just because level 1 to 30 is not an issue, you don't have to worry too much about it. Level 30 to 60, again, not a big issue because you'll only be training in 2 maps, 3 at most. And level 60 to 100 is a breeze nowadays because of MP3 and aliens. So, thank you for watching my video, and if you have any questions, do comment down below. So, see you around, guys. Bye-bye!